Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Yasmin Isa, and I'm here for class number 3, how to master your emotions. And this is a very good topic, a very needed topic, and I'm excited to share it with you. Before I begin, I'd like to start off with one of my favorite du'as or supplications that was commonly said by our prophet Musa alayhi salam, prophet Moses, may God's peace be upon him, where he asked God to, really purify his speech. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Okay, so I got so many great tips and ideas for this class from you ladies who filled out the survey, because you're really good at telling me exactly what you want, so thank you for that. Emotions are a wonderful thing. They are a gift given to us by God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I know we live in a society that sometimes shames emotions or makes us feel like, we shouldn't have this myriad of emotions. And check it out, us ladies, and I'm not saying men don't have emotions, of course they have a plethora of emotions, but since this video is focused on women's health, we obviously go through a lot more emotions. We're more emotionally charged than men, generally speaking. And sometimes we're made to feel like we shouldn't be so sensitive or we shouldn't be so emotional or whatnot, but the thing is that there's no way to master your emotions unless you completely embrace who you are. So I know the survey for this was a little bit tough because, there were lots of questions. You had to be vulnerable. There were different tests. There were just so many things. And I just want to say as a little disclaimer that, even though I had you take all these different tests, that nothing is black and white, so there's all areas of gray. So the one that I really think is awesome because it really helps break things down and helps you understand yourself is the Myers-Briggs test. That's a really good one, and it's one that's been used in psychology for years, and I know it's been very helpful in my own life and as well as the lives of my clients. But I want you to realize, though, that nothing is black and white. There is only one of you in this whole entire world, living now or, 1,000 years ago or 1,000 years from now, if the world still exists. There's only one of you. There's only one of me. And you need to realize that even if you are put under a certain category, simply put, that's basically to help you understand what you gravitate towards, what your tendencies are, help you understand how to interact with different people. So I just want to clarify that. Now, I know that for some of you, it wasn't a big deal to, fill a survey out. And for some of you, I got a good amount of messages that said it sparked emotion, that it made you cry, that it was tough, different things. And a lot of you also thanked me for that and said that the release was very important. And I want to be really clear cut. You can't master your emotions if you're not willing to look at them straight on, share them with those you trust, and embrace them, love them. I mean, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You are who you are. And this world does not need people who are watering down their personality. I mean, we have enough of that, and it's really gotten us nowhere. The more that you can embrace who you are, the better off you'll be. And I know I just repeated that concept of embracing yourself in like 5 different ways, but that's really the take-home message here. And I know that it's easier said than done. And I know that there have been huge milestones in my life regarding this, and that I still have a lot more to come, inshallah, God willing. But it's a really beautiful journey if you're willing to take it. And one thing I want to share, one of my favorite models of what I'm about to share with you comes from Tony Robbins. He's a world-renowned motivational speaker, and he's always talking about a person's blueprint and their goals. So we all have this blueprint, as he says, of our ideal self. In different areas of our life, your ideal family life, your ideal work life, your ideal financial situation, your ideal body, all these ideals, right? And he explains how when our actual life is pretty close to what our blueprint is, that brings happiness. So you have to make sure that your blueprint is aligned with either who you are or who you're trying to be. And you shouldn't be ashamed of it, and you should, align yourself with like-minded people and really just do things that speak to your heart. So this class is going to be a little bit different than the other ones because each of you are so unique, so it's going to be different for all of you, but I just hope that you could see this class as an invitation to explore who you really are, good and bad, because we all have good and bad, and really the only way that the bad can harm us is if we try to, not really deal with it. If you take the good parts of you and allow the good parts of you to outweigh the bad or to, improve yourself, that's all you need to do. So with that being said, that's really all I have to say on the topic. Except for one other thing. I know that this was very helpful when I ran a hormone and emotion study back in 2012, I believe it was, is that you are not your emotions. So your emotions change a lot. I know I go through different emotions all the time, and that's okay because I'm an emotional person and I'm a sensitive person, and that's who I am. And there's a lot of benefit to that. I would not be able to connect with you or run a program like this if that wasn't who I am. And, everything we have is given to us by God anyway, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But realizing that you're not your emotions is very empowering because it allows you to go through, the different shifts that you might feel or the different emotions without feeling like, why, am I this one way and this another way? Just really embracing who you are. And, yeah, that's all I have to say on the topic. I'm sure there'll be more in our group because this is a rather personal topic, and I really look forward to speaking to you more about it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace and blessings of God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be unto you. And any good from this came from Him, any bad is from myself. Please do forgive me.